Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's me, Yasmin K, with another video. And in this video, we're really just gonna sit down and just talk. Honestly, this video will be raw and unedited, and I just want to sit down and just pour and speak life into women, especially Black women. The climate that we're in with this election, this media, all that stuff, I feel as though Black women have been put on a spotlight, and we also with that spotlight, it just gives people more room to nitpick at us and try to tell us who we are supposed to be and how we're supposed to maneuver in this world. And I really don't like that. I don't like that. If you watch any of my other videos, I always talk about how I don't like being put in a box. And for me, I feel like my experience as a Black woman in America I feel like my experience is similar to a lot of other Black women experiences. We just in a different environment. So I just want to come on here and be an advocate and like be a voice of light for us, because there's not a lot of people that's actually going to speak up for us. So I feel as though we have to do it ourselves. So honestly, it's kind of like a double-edged sword with being a Black woman in America or in the world in general. It's like they love us, but they love us so much that they hate us. You know what I'm saying? And it's so many double standards, especially when with Black women and Black men. They try to pin us against each other so much because they know that there is power in unity. And it's so freaking y'all, I be getting so freaking frustrated because it's like, why don't y'all get that? Why don't y'all get that? Why don't people see and understand that media is not ran by the people that own media companies, down to the radio stations, newspapers, if they still have those, magazines, the news, the actual news that you see on TV, none of that is owned by Black people. So sorry y'all, back to what I was saying, those media companies are not owned by anyone Black. So if you're seeing something, if you keep on saying the same narrative pushed in your face and pushed in your face on what it means to be Black, or how you're supposed to be Black, or this is what Black, that is not us. It's a false narrative, and a lot of times it still works. Obviously, that's why media companies are so rich and they're able to control what's going on in reality. But media is not reality, and I wish our people would get that. Media is not reality. We have somebody else literally trying to sit here and tell us how we supposed to be Black. How the fuck do you know? How the fuck do you know? How do you know what it is to be Black? And down to the point where if you're not on this social media, if you don't have an ideology like the social media motherfuckers, then you're being outcast, which is crazy. So if you're not a city girl, if you're not on the holistic, grand rising, spirituality type of thing, then they're gonna literally try to discredit your Blackness, and they're not even Black. So it really moving through this. It's like moving through this age, it's like you have to be two different people. You got to be someone different on social media. You got to portray like you're something on social media, and then in real world you got to be completely different. You got to code switch. You really can't be yourself in either platform because of the narrative that they're creating and the narrative that they're pushing. Also, this is the same narrative that we are allowing ourselves to accept, and we can't do that, honestly. I'm not even trying to be funny, y'all. As a Black woman, we already have to fucking code switch when we go to work. We already have to tone it down. We got to tone it down so we can be more palatable for other people, which is ridiculous. Get you some sauce, get you some flavor, up your ante, bitch. That's how I feel. And then when you get on social media, now I got to prove that I'm overly Black. Now I got to go and I got to fight. Fuck fighting the stereotypes. You gotta be an extra stereotype. If not, motherfuckers gonna try to discredit you, be Black. Oh, she being bougie, she trying to act like a white girl, she stuck up, cool, whatever phrase it is. They're literally trying to discredit your blackness if you don't fall in this stereotype of what other people think black looks like. And it's crazy because like, just like, I feel like you could tell that being black, African American descent, whatever you want to call it, that we already know that that was the original race. Because when you look at black people, I don't feel as though you can group us because we all have different cultures. We all have different cultures. Even if you say American, I'm from Texas. I'm offered from a black woman or man from Texas and a black person from New Orleans are two different things. They experience two different cultures. Yeah, we have some commonalities or some similarities, but we're not the same. Even if you say somebody, black people from the East versus black people from the West, we share the same, like, okay, yeah, we both black and all that stuff, but the way we live our life, the way we talk, the way we dress, all of that is completely different. It's completely different. So it's like, black people are so complex and it's so many of us. How the fuck are you going to try to put all these people all around the world in one box? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. And every time we try to break that box, or every time we try to let people know that you're not going to put me in the box, one, they're going to treat you like Kanye or something. They're going to call you crazy. That's what they're going to do first. They're going to call you crazy. They're going to keep on calling you crazy. They're going to keep on calling you crazy. And they're going to discredit you. They're going to make it seem like that something is wrong with you. They're just going to overshine the truth that you have about yourself and about your people with bullshit. They don't want us. And I sound like I sound like the man, like one of them, but like literally, y'all, they don't want us to be able to speak. They don't want us to be able to get our education, speak eloquently when we need to, and also switch it up. I can cuss and I can speak with the slang. I can do all of that shit when I want to, but because I'm doing both, it's something wrong with me. Because I'm switching it up, I'm not switching it up because of who I'm around. I'm switching up because who I am, because I'm that complex that I have the ability to switch it up. And they got a problem. It don't rub them the right way. They literally have a fucking problem with that. One day I can wear my natural. You see, I got the two braids. I looks good. Next time y'all gonna see me, I might have a bust down, I might have some braids, I might have some long nails, with long lashes, whatever it is. They don't like that. They don't like the fact that we're comfortable being so complex, that we're comfortable being able to express ourselves in so many different ways, because they don't know how to do that shit. And what I'm telling y'all is, don't ever conform. Don't ever conform. I don't feel as though God put us in this position to conform with the shit. No. God did not put the Israelites in Egypt to conform to the Egyptians. He let them stay there, and he kept on promising them that you're going to get out. I got something different for y'all. I got something way totally different for y'all, because y'all are mine. And I feel like black people need to move the same way. Do not keep on conforming. Y'all picking up ideas and trying to live your life like these people. And these people lives would never... The way that they have to live their life that way because they white, or because whatever race they are. We have the choice to create a different life, to create different standards for our people. Their standards and our standards are not the same. And I don't like the fact that, like, okay, you have some older generations and stuff like that, like, they felt as though the only way that they could get money, they could get the education, they could get the job, whatever the hell they wanted, was to be like whiteness, to be as white as possible. No matter if it was skin bleaching, changing their personality, changing the way they talk, changing the way they want to dress and express themselves. That's what people did. And you still have, like, I feel like it's a fight in the community, because you still have like older, like Gen X and boomers and stuff like that. You still have them trying to push this narrative. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that traditional shit. That traditional shit didn't get you nowhere but fucked, honestly. And I'm just like, y'all can see how passionate I am. I really I really love black people. I love women, like, and I feel as though in this channel, if you don't want to hear somebody advocating for women, especially black women, you got to go, because I am going to die on that hill. I don't give a fuck. Women make the world go round. Black women hold each other accountable. Black women help and uplift other people. No, I'm not just talking about other Black people. Black women are so caring and so empathetic that even if they know that potentially this motherfucker don't even like me, this motherfucker don't want to see me succeed, they don't want me to be on top at all, they will still reach out their hand and to help. And I feel as though we need to carry that, but we need to make sure that we're also holding each other accountable. We gotta be holding each other accountable. Like the simple shit that's only gonna get you from here to here, that shit don't fucking matter, y'all. And it's like, we need to quit. They gonna, when they can't separate us by what type of woman you are. Oh, if you a city girl, you gotta be friends with city girls. If you a earthy, fairy, holistic type of, no, Black women's like, no, we're gonna be friends with everybody. We're gonna be cool with whoever we're gonna be cool with. We want to be cool with whoever's authentic. Guess what they gonna do? They gonna separate you by a nigga. They separating us. They don't want us to come together, and they don't want us to stand firm and believing in something. So guess what? They gonna put a raggedy ass nigga. So now you lost focus of what's really important, because now you beefing or you arguing or you focus on the beach because she fucking with some nigga. And 9 times out of 10, the nigga don't even like y'all for real. Or he's not even fucking worth it. Like, be honest. Like, let's be for real about that. I don't like that. Black men is like, oh, I'm not gonna bash Black men, but they got some work to do. And until they figure out what they need to do, we need to come back and say, okay, let's take our focus off of them. We didn't told y'all, we didn't express to y'all exactly what needs to go on, what needs to happen. And y'all need to sit down as men and as brothers and whatever the hell you want to call it. Y'all need to sit down and figure out what the fuck y'all gonna do. As Black women, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna move forward with or without y'all. We're not in, and I feel like we're not in a state where, like a state, you know, not like state of Texas, but we're not in a position where now we are relying on men, so we have to put up with bullshit. We gotta be mistreated. We gotta be disrespected. We don't have to do that, because a lot of times, and let's be honest, if you feel as though you need a man, 9 times out of 10, your shit is not together. If you keep on making excuses for a man, and it don't matter what his race is. If you keep on making excuses for a man, you keep on letting a man mistreat you, and you keep on letting a man disrespect you, 9 times out of 10, you have not left, and you feel as though you don't deserve any better, because you don't have your shit together. When you take your time out to get your shit together, and I'm not just talking about financial, I'm talking about mental, emotionally, spiritually, physically, when you get your shit together and you put in actual work to do that shit, you go through the long nights of being tired, crying because you feel as though you can't get it right. You actually start learning yourself. When you go through all that shit, that's when you know you're worth. That's when you know you're worthy, because you told yourself you're worthy and you actually got up and did something good for your life. A lot of women haven't actually spent that time with themselves. And I'm gonna say women, but y'all know. But if you're not Black and this still resonate with you, I don't want you to feel as though you're not welcome. I just want to let everybody know, and I'm gonna keep on saying it, that this channel here, this right here, my nigga, this right here, this is for Black women. I don't give a fuck. This is for all women, specifically Black women. So if I start saying some shit and it doesn't resonate with you, you know why. But honestly, I feel as though women as a whole, we need to start focusing on, no, we have been focusing on it, so I'm not putting us down or anything like that, but we need to keep our focus on our future and our kids. We are all on borrowed time, so why not put all that energy and what you learned in this life into your sons and your daughters and help them become better people? Help them experience help them experience life in a different way, so they don't grow up and be the men or women that we don't like or that we don't agree with. It's easier for us to focus on bullshit. It's easier for us to do the wrong shit. It's very, very hard to wake up every morning and say, I'm gonna do the right stuff. And we gotta take that hard. We don't need the easy route, because the easy route is not gonna lead you anywhere. The easy route is not gonna the easy route is not going to lead you to financial responsibility. The easy route is not going to lead you to a healthy and happy lifestyle with your kids, for your kids. I don't know if I don't have kids, y'all, but I feel like the shit that I'm doing right now is for my future kids. I'm going to get my shit together. I'm going to find a healthy partner, no matter if we're married or not. I do want to be married, but I want someone, when I'm procreating and I'm having kids, I want somebody that's going to be a father to my kids, no matter what our relationships look like. And that's something that's important to me. It's also important to me that I have my shit together where I'm not dependent on anybody. When I want to move, I move. When I need something, I go get it. That's the life that I want to live. That's the life I want my kids to live. That's the life that I want to raise my daughters to have. You're going to be someone where you have all of these resources. You have ample opportunities to go out and get it. The only thing you have to do is work for it. So get up and work for it. Learn who you are at an early age. And I feel like that's probably one of my biggest lessons, y'all. I am 24 years old. So if you are a teenager, or even if you like 19, 20, or whatever the case may be, learn who you are. Spend time doing things that you do like and you don't like. You don't know if you don't like them or if you like them unless you try. Try new experiences. Try so much as you can when you're younger, because that's going to help you learn yourself faster. Honestly, try the new hair colors. Try the new toothpaste. Try the new school, try the new grocery store, try the new restaurant, talk to different type of people, try it, but also be cautious, because I ain't saying be risky. I'm just saying don't let the fact that you never been somewhere, you never had this, or you never did this and that stop you. If you want to do it and in the moment you thinking like, I think I might like this, try it. Even if you don't like it, you still learn something about yourself. Now you know you don't like this shit. And it's not because, oh, you think you don't like it. You actually know, because you actually tried. And that's something that I want to, that's how I'm living my life moving forward. I mean, I just try stuff, honestly. Like, even if I don't like it, I ain't gotta try it again. That's that. I really do feel as though where we're at, I feel as though there's going to be a breakthrough for Black women, and we're finally going to get it. And we know that there is power in a sisterhood. There's power in friendships. There's power in community. And we have to hold each other accountable. One, we have to first agree on where we're going. We need to agree on where we're going. And if you don't want to go where we headed, then bitch, you gotta get off this motherfucking train, bitch. Honestly. So it's not air. I know all Black women and all Black people are not gonna agree with me. And it ain't for you to agree with me, because bitch, we obviously headed in two different places, two different directions. And that's cool. But once you and your community, us as a whole, us as humans, us as women, whatever you want to say, once we finally agree, this is where we headed, this is the life that we want to live, this is our standard, then it'll be easy for us to hold each other accountable. And then when someone is holding you accountable, you don't feel attacked, because you know that you're just being corrected and redirected. If you tell me that you want to go to the promised land, if you tell me you want financial freedom, if you tell me you want to learn yourself and be healthy and happy in your skin with minimum insecurities, then bitch, I'ma tell you when you're doing some shit the complete opposite. When you ain't doing shit when you're not doing shit that's gonna lead you to that place, I'ma let you know, bitch. And if you don't like that, and I ain't gonna cap, I'm personally like, see, my mama, she one of them where she gonna say what you need to hear, even if you don't want to hear that shit. She's gonna say exactly what you need to hear. And it was like, when I first got back from college and stuff like that, it was like, we used to bump heads a lot, because I'd be like, okay, girl, I get it. I understand what you're saying, but you didn't have to say it like that. You did not have to say it like that. And at some point, I had to like sit back and self-reflect with myself and be like, okay, I am overlooking all the life and all the positivity that she's speaking into me based off of 2 or 3 words that I didn't like that she used. I'm going to water down her message and what she's speaking to me because I didn't like what she said. That's doing more harm to me than actually absorbing the shit that she's saying and taking that advice, honestly. Like, some words are harsh, and you can tell some people use words to intentionally hurt you, but we're all growing people, so we're working on communicating. And when working on communication, you might use words that or you might find yourself using words and that's not what you intended, or you just don't know better words to use. And I feel as though that's about grace. So she gave me grace where, okay, she know that I just need time to reflect on what she's saying. I'm gonna come back and I'm not gonna be so sensitive, and I'm not gonna nitpick about the words she chose. Actually gonna listen to the message. And I also gave her grace where I'm like, okay, she loves me. She only wants to see the best for me. She only wants me to live a healthy life. So what is she saying? Or what is she trying to say? Instead of what did I hear? What did she actually say? What message did she want to get across? Why did she say that to me? And that's how we've grown in our relationship, honestly. So now it's like even times where she might say some shit and I'm like, ouch. I'm not gonna we're not gonna put our focus on the words she's using. We're gonna put our focus on the message that she's trying to get across. And it's easier for us to like not bump heads and not have a big old argument based off of these words or based off of my reaction. And I feel as though that is something, like when I say holding each other accountable, that is something that we have to learn as women. Like, a bitch might not use the right words. She probably don't know the motherfucking right words to use. The bitch might not know the right words to use, but she's saying it out of love. And once you know someone's intention, once you know that someone genuinely love you, somebody genuinely wants to see you do better and all that stuff, it's easier for you to take the rose-colored glasses off, and it's easier for you to not get offended, honestly. And it's easier for you to not get offended because you know that they're saying this out of love. Even if the words are not loving, they're still saying it out of love. And it's easier to just move on and actually absorb the information and the advice that they're trying to give you. So yeah, that's all I have today. I think I'm gonna do a part 2 for this because I really, this is a topic that I'm very, very passionate about when it comes to growth in our community as women. I'm very, very passionate about just being a voice for Black women, not with all the extra seeing somebody that is multifaceted, that actually enjoys creativity in whichever way or form it is. I feel as though that is something that's going to be refreshing for everyone, and it's going to actually help people move forward. Nothing is wrong with you. You're not all over the place. You just like what you like, and once you figure that out, it's going to be easier for you to block the bullshit. So if you like videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with everybody that you may feel as though would like this video. Thank y'all so much, and don't forget to stay Thank y'all so much, and don't forget to stay positive and blessed. Peace.